In one sequence, a Russian soldier panics and begins running across open ground as a Ukrainian drone closes in from behind. During the escape attempt, he stumbles and falls while trying to change direction. Nearby, another Ukrainian drone rapidly approaches a Russian soldier traveling by motorcycle across the battlefield. At the same time, separate footage shows a soldier hiding beside a tree being located by a drone. Even another soldier concealed along a roadside position is unable to avoid detection as Ukrainian drone teams continue searching the area for targets. The following situation unfolds in an area where months of heavy fighting have left the landscape devastated, with only a few shattered tree trunks still standing across the battlefield. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier resting alone among the damaged terrain. Believing he has found concealment, the soldier remains motionless beneath a thermal blanket draped over his body. Several minutes later, a nearby Ukrainian strike drone unit is directed toward the reported location. Even as the aircraft approaches, the soldier continues lying still beneath the cover. Moments later, the FPV drone reaches the position and launches a sudden attack before he can react or relocate. The war in Ukraine continues to intensify across the Pokrovsk direction. A drone operator from Ukraine's 414th Magyar Birds unit detects a Russian soldier emerging from a tree line onto a narrow dirt path near the front line. Moments earlier, the soldier had likely been resting inside nearby bushes before deciding to continue moving across the exposed area. Unfortunately for him, the timing proves disastrous as reconnaissance drones quickly lock onto the movement from above. Within moments, a nearby Ukrainian strike drone unit is redirected toward the trail. Below, the soldier remains focused entirely on the road ahead, unaware that an FPV drone is rapidly closing the distance behind him. The aircraft descends at high speed while maintaining direct visual contact. Only at the final moment, as the drone commits to the attack from behind, does the soldier appear to realize the danger approaching overhead. The war in Ukraine continues to intensify. A Russian soldier is detected by Ukraine's 425th Skaleya Assault Regiment while moving alone across the front line. The soldier appears too exhausted and too old to outrun the FPV drone approaching his position. Instead of trying to escape, he suddenly stops, picks up a wooden stick from the ground, and attempts to defend himself against the approaching aircraft. It becomes one of the strangest and most desperate moments captured on the battlefield. The soldier continues walking slowly, while the drone operator carefully follows his movement from above. Several tense seconds later, the FPV drone suddenly accelerates and commits to the attack, ending the confrontation before the soldier can find any realistic way to escape. This time, a drone operator from Ukraine's 414th Magyar Birds unit is tasked with searching a cluster of ruined buildings after reconnaissance teams report possible Russian troops hiding inside. The FPV drone enters a heavily damaged structure and begins carefully scanning room by room through the debris. After several seconds of searching, the operator notices movement in a corner cluttered with broken furniture and scattered equipment. Hidden among the wreckage is a Russian soldier attempting to remain out of sight. The discovery leaves little time for a response. Moments later, the drone rapidly adjusts its course and launches a direct attack inside the ruined building. This time, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects two Russian soldiers moving across open terrain covered with young vegetation, completely exposed without cover or nearby support. Focused only on crossing the field, the soldiers appear unaware that they are already being observed from above. Moments later, a Ukrainian strike drone is redirected toward their position. As the aircraft rapidly approaches, the two soldiers suddenly split apart and begin running in different directions. The drone immediately locks onto the soldier moving ahead. In panic, he drops his backpack while trying to escape across the open ground. But the effort proves useless, as the FPV drone descends too quickly for him to outrun the incoming attack. The following situation unfolds near Ukraine's southern border region. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier shortly after he crosses a barbed wire obstacle and continues moving across the area alone. Focused entirely on the route ahead, the soldier appears unaware that his movement has already been identified and tracked from above. He continues toward a line of leafless trees nearby, possibly searching for a temporary resting place or a position where he can conceal himself. After reaching a larger tree, he appears to slow down, likely believing the location offers a measure of protection. Moments later, a Ukrainian strike drone unit arrives in the area. This time, the soldier notices the approaching aircraft and immediately attempts to fire upward in an effort to drive it away. For several tense seconds, he continues engaging the drone while standing near the tree line. But as soon as his weapon falls silent, the FPV drone rapidly descends toward the position and launches the attack. This time, a Ukrainian strike drone races low across a grass field near the Pokrovsk direction, after reconnaissance operators report Russian infantry hiding near a tree line. Above the area, the reconnaissance drone continues maintaining visual contact, constantly tracking the soldier below and relaying his exact position to nearby strike operators. The Russian soldier remains completely unaware of the danger approaching overhead. Leaning against the base of a tree, he appears exhausted and focused only on resting beneath the cover of the vegetation. Moments later, the Ukrainian FPV drone closes in on the position at high speed. Only when the aircraft is already almost on top of him does the soldier suddenly notice the threat and react in shock. But by then, it is already too late. The drone immediately commits to the attack. The following situation unfolds near a forest edge where a Ukrainian drone observes a Russian soldier stepping out from the tree line with both hands raised above his head, signaling an apparent intention to surrender. After walking a short distance into the open, he places his weapon on the ground and waits. A few seconds later, 3 more Russian soldiers emerge from the forest carrying their weapons above their heads, clearly indicating that they no longer intend to resist. The group gathers near the first soldier and leaves their equipment behind. The drone continues observing the scene carefully, detecting no signs of hostile activity or attempts to engage. After confirming the situation, the drone operator begins communicating through a loudspeaker mounted on the aircraft, directing the soldiers where to move. The group follows the instructions and proceeds into a more open area. Once there, the drone signals for them to lie down and await further instructions. Moments later, 3 Ukrainian soldiers approach the location, secure the surrendering troops, and escort them toward a nearby Ukrainian position for processing and questioning. A Ukrainian soldier is seen attempting to stop an incoming Russian FPV drone after spotting it approaching his position. Despite repeated gunfire, the drone continues flying toward him without losing control. At the final moment, the soldier manages to move away just in time before the drone detonates nearby, narrowly avoiding the blast during the chaotic Frontline encounter. According to released footage, Ukraine's 42nd Mechanized Drone Brigade Perun detected Russian troops attempting to move through the battlefield using a stripped-down improvised vehicle. As a Ukrainian drone rapidly descended toward the position, the soldiers abandoned the vehicle and scattered in different directions in an effort to escape. Moments later, another drone redirected its attention toward the vehicle and carried out a strike. The pursuit continued as drone operators tracked the fleeing soldiers into nearby woodland, where several hiding positions were subsequently identified and engaged. The following incident was recorded by a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone near the Pokrovsk direction. From above, a Russian soldier is spotted moving alone across exposed terrain near a line of utility poles, with no nearby support or cover visible. After the sighting is confirmed, a nearby Ukrainian strike drone is redirected toward the area and begins scanning carefully to verify the target. On the ground, the soldier continues walking without noticing the approaching danger. After a brief search, the drone confirms the position, drops to a lower altitude, and accelerates toward the target. With little time to react and nowhere nearby to hide, the soldier remains unaware until the drone rapidly closes the distance and launches the attack. A Ukrainian drone is positioned in ambush above a ruined area. quietly observing the surroundings for signs of movement. Moments later, a Russian soldier suddenly rushes out from a hiding place, unintentionally revealing his position. The drone operator immediately redirects the aircraft and begins closing the distance. Realizing he has been spotted, the soldier sprints toward a small outdoor toilet structure and attempts to hide inside the cramped space. From above, the drone rapidly descends toward the location. In a final attempt to escape, the soldier bursts back outside and tries to run. But the drone reaches the position first and carries out the attack before he can get away. The following situation unfolds near a cluster of ruined structures in the Chasiv Yar direction. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier moving alone through the devastated area without any visible support nearby. The sighting is quickly relayed to a nearby Ukrainian drone unit. Below, the soldier appears focused entirely on navigating the shattered terrain and shows no sign of realizing he has already been spotted. Moments later, a strike drone arrives in the area and begins carefully scanning the rubble to confirm the target's exact location. The soldier continues moving between the ruins, unaware that the drone is already circling nearby. Within seconds, the drone accelerates toward the target and launches the attack before the soldier can recognize the danger approaching.